Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Pundits Weekend Review Show. And it's been a good weekend for everybody, hasn't it?
Definitely not. I'm sure you know already. I know this.
Well, we've got some winners in the house. We've got some winners in the house. Liverpool won finally. We've got a trophy winner over here.
Medal winner.
After doing a medal winner.
Medal winner, yeah.
You know, you've got some bottles in the corner somewhere. Some tears.
Nope, no tears. No tears. No tears. No. I wasn't
talking about you. Sorry, I misconstrued you. I was talking about your cousin.
Fresh off a Leeds loss, but at home after a month off. You man are sick.
That's all right. This might be the only time because Liverpool haven't been good, but hands up those who have won this weekend.
But we're not doing this anymore, bruv. Why are you still doing it?
3 points.
We're not doing it.
I'm gonna do it 5 times because we've got like 5 weeks left. I might not win.
You know what?
Listen. Spurs are getting relegated. We're not doing
6 weeks. Sorry,
it's
6.
It's not fair on them.
What is
they'll be fine.
What's mad? Yeah, is that Liverpool haven't won a game in ages. And then I looked at the table and I looked at the points and I was like, no way. How is that even possible? But we'll get to that later.
I think it's 3 points or something.
Yeah, it's 3 points.
Isn't it?
How's that possible?
It's crazy. But you're all good, so it's good. So let's move on. Let's move on swiftly to guess the player this week. And boy, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm running out of ones that I think are good. So I don't know if this one is going to be easy or not. I think it is quite easy. But we'll go through it. Anyway. But anyone out there, you're welcome to give me a shout in the comments for ones to do for the next 5 weeks or so, 6 weeks or so. But here we go. Guess this week's player. He played for Norwich, Coventry, Newcastle, Celtic, Blackburn, then moved to Liverpool, then went to West Ham, then went to Man City, Cardiff on loan, so obviously Celtic was on loan, Liverpool, and then back to Cardiff before he retired. So I think it is straightforward.
I believe Leon's got this one already, right, Leon?
Yeah, man. This one was very easy, James.
I'm telling you, I'm running thin on good ones that played for more than 5 clubs.
Oh, is that your threshold?
Yeah. Why is it too easy? If it's like 3 or 4 clubs, it's not the same. So it needs to be 5 and above, or if it's 6 and above. I think it's 5 or 6 and above. So we're waiting on you, Mont.
Nope. I can't even think, bruv. To be fair, my brain's gone.
You're still vexed, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know who this is, bruv.
You definitely know who this is.
Believe me.
This is easy peasy. All right, I can give you a clue.
I give him a clue.
I was going to give him a clue about someone who he thinks is better than Van Dijk, being made to run like they're running backwards.
I was going to give him a clue about like he likes to play golf.
Oh, what? Who likes to play golf?
Focus on my clue.
Yeah.
But this guy's better than Van Dijk.
No.
This guy made someone that you think is better than Van Dijk.
Club, bro.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Man City, West Ham.
The last club.
Cardiff City.
And he mocked Rio Ferdinand like it was, I don't know, like man was running with a Zimmer frame.
Oh, you're doing too much.
He's doing way too much.
He needs to get it, that's why.
No, I'm not going to get it, bro.
Bro, you're
gonna kick yourself. Craig Bellamy.
Bellamy! Do you know what? Do you know what? As soon as I saw Coventry City, I didn't really pre it. It was Coventry City that sold it for me. Yeah, Bellamy.
That's why I said focus on the last club, bro.
Yeah, literally. Cardiff City.
Don't you remember when he hit, was it John on the Reese with the golf clubs?
Bro,
yeah.
Allegedly.
He done bare things. He had a
no, it wasn't allegedly. He never admitted to it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Didn't he have a scrap with he has a scrap with a couple players.
Yeah, he said a few. Don't you remember the Rio Ferdinand when he chipped it over Rio Ferdinand and Rio Ferdinand?
Oh yeah. On
bro.
scats, on ice.
Well, we move on to the predictions table, which will be quite swift. Because boy,
What a sorry week.
there was there was
one correct score.
correct score.
You got correct result.
Didn't he get the Bournemouth one?
No, he didn't.
I said 2-0, didn't I?
You said 1-0, Bournemouth.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, you said 1-0 Bournemouth. I thought you said 2-1. Shame.
No.
Hold on 1 second. Pause.
It's in the WhatsApp anyway.
Yeah, because I don't recall him saying Bournemouth were going to win.
Because he put Arsenal 0-1, so it looks weird. He did it in a weird way.
No, but that means Arsenal.
No, because
he said Arsenal going to win.
No, because he did 0. He did Arsenal 0-1.
Do you know what's funny? When I was looking back here, I was
bruv. That's not. Because look, he did Arsenal 0-1, did Liverpool 2-1. So
No, he
I'm
didn't.
guessing
He
Liverpool
didn't.
2-1.
So Liverpool to lose.
He did Liverpool to lose.
Arsenal to lose. Liverpool to lose.
Arsenal, yeah.
Tottenham
He did Arsenal to Liverpool to lose.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
believe it now?
No, but as in, no, I'm saying fair enough because it doesn't change. It doesn't change what I'm doing because you still only got 1 point.
Points. Oh, yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So it doesn't mean I got to change anything because I had it the other way around. I thought you said Liverpool winning.
No, Liverpool to lose 2-1.
He did it. He did it in a very weird way.
Yeah, bro. What kind of nonsense is this?
Last week. So what did you put time to lose 2-1? Yeah.
No, to win 2-1.
He want Tottenham to win 2-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Man United to win 2-0. But we lost 2-0.
Okay.
Lost 2-1.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
He's only got 1 point then.
We'll move on to the predictions table, and it wasn't a great one this week. So it will be swift. So obviously it's been a while. This was game week 31, and this is this week.
Raw.
Bro, it's so bad. It's awful.
Yeah, not the best look. So all of us guessed a win here and there, but no one got any correct.
I couldn't
scores.
buy one.
Yeah, that 22-point gap, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, Mo.
Still mathematically possible.
Bro.
I don't know, you know. I guess.
It's mathematically
It is, isn't it? If
You'll
you're a
have to
magician.
get 4 correct scores though.
2 weeks in a row.
That's a lot. We'll move on to the rest of the show. And as I said, it was an interesting game week because, as you saw, a lot of us thought the game week was going to go completely different by our scores. But where else other than to start with Arsenal? You know, it was all there set for Arsenal. Although Bournemouth were on a good run, I think they were unbeaten in 11, but a lot of those were draws. And obviously, Arsenal were coming off a win in Europe, but their hoodoo of playing in April came back to bite them. Because I've seen a stat that Arsenal won, I think, 1 game in April in the last 3 years, something mad like that. So it's not looking good, bruv.
That's not what you need if you want to be a record breaker. I'll tell you that for free, bro. That game was that was good for you, lot, man. But for me, what an awful game of football. I don't even know if I don't know if my team was a football team that day or if they were playing paddle because they were awful, man. when you watch a team play football and they can't do like 5-yard passes, you're in trouble. And when you can't make more than 3 passes in a row, you're also in trouble. And I've been calling out for my team to take risks in attack, and what they meant was let's take risks in defense because that's what they were doing. There's a lot of risky passes that were being played to Raya, and when they're playing out from the back, and that's not the place to make risks and to be slow because you're inviting pressure. And then when it gets to the midfield couldn't do anything. We've seen time and time again that Kai Havertz doesn't work as an 8, and a lot of this is going to be on Arteta because most of those players are his, and there seems to be no creativity in attack. There seems to be no one willing to take any risks. Instead of beating a man, Noni Madueke is running the ball out of play, and there is no cohesion or no link-up play between the players. Can't get involved. It's like the game is being run on fine margins, and it seems that Arteta wants to play on the fine margins, and it's coming back to bite us. You got a Bournemouth team, and we couldn't get the ball off of their midfield. We couldn't get nowhere near them. And I know we've played how many other games and how many competitions we've been in, and we've been out of competitions and stuff like that. But that was the whole point of the big squad. And you can't keep playing the same players week in, week out, and then hoping that the new players that you bring in are then going to be good enough or have the form to then turn stuff around. It doesn't work like that. Sorry. It doesn't work like that. And that's what we've paid the price for because we don't seem to have anybody in there that is able to change the game in attack and produce a moment of magic. It seems that anybody of creativity has had the creativity taken away from them and coached out of them. And where we were winning, playing ugly football and scoring from corners. But then as soon as teams now are trying to stick it on us, I don't know if it's nerves, but it's very difficult to then change the way that you have been playing and then start playing as expansive and exciting football and just turn it on like that. It doesn't, it very seldom works like that. And they've got no one else to blame but themselves.
What do you think, Bev, with just the starting lineup? Do you reckon that he should have made a couple of changes just to freshen things up to allow, maybe like what you're saying earlier on about having a deep squad? I know he started Havertz and stuff, but maybe he should have gone a little bit more, dynamic with, or maybe taking a bit more of a risk.
I think if you're going to take a risk, you've got to be calculated. And I think if you start Eze, I don't think that's a calculated risk because he's coming back from injury. He hasn't played a lot of football. So I don't think you start him in this game.
You don't think that's a good idea? Okay.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think the problem that we're in is that where you had like Saka and then you had Odegaard, and for the last 3-4 years they had been played into the ground every minute possible. Now this season, where we have new players, he was doing the same stuff, or he's playing those players. Eze, I think he didn't track once in a game, and he didn't play him for 4 games in a row, and it doesn't make sense. Why would you do that to that player who scores a hat-trick the game before? I know we're not talking about that, but it all comes back down to it. So if you're doing that to these players, what are they actually learning? And if those players can't go out and express themselves and play football in a way that is enjoyable, then how are they going to then turn games in moments and when they need to? How are they going to be brave when you're coaching bravery out of them and you're making them into machines and robots? But they need heart, they need soul, they need passion to be able to go play this game. And you can't win playing safe, and you can't win races in a car with the handbrake on. So if you leave the handbrake on, this is what you're going to get. It's going to come down to this is going to fall on Arteta's head. And really, what happens between now and the end of the season is going to determine whether how untenable his position is going to be. They might sign a new contract for him, but it's gonna start.
Wait! You saying Arteta out, bruv?
I'm saying it's going to become very difficult for him. You can't finish second 4 years in a row, and you're falling at the same hurdle every season. It's impossible.
So if he loses the title,
sorry,
is he out? If he loses the title, would you be leaning towards him being out?
If he loses the title, then he's taken us as far as he can get us. I don't see how he can take us any further because
Listen,
what?
You're the best politician in the.
What are you talking about?
In footballing punditry ever.
No, I'm not, because I answered the question. You just don't like the way I've answered it. I've given you an answer, and what I said, bro. You can understand words.
No, it's not that. It's just for the viewers, for the new viewers that maybe don't understand Bevenish.
Are you asking?
I'm just trying to translate it for them. That's all. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to translate it for them. So basically, he asked you if the Premier League isn't won this season, should Arteta be kicked out the door and getting someone in? And your response was he just needs to achieve what?
No, I said if he doesn't win the league this season, then he's taken us as far as he can take us. Okay. What about that is not understood?
I'm just translating it for the new subscribers.
I'm sure the new subscribers
those that are with us,
enough to understand what I said.
The lower ones know Bevenish. I'm just introducing the new ones.
Bruh, listen, if he doesn't get it over the line this season, he's taken as far as we can get. He's had the players. This is his team. These are the players that he wanted. He's had strikers that he wanted. He signed Kai Havertz to be an 8 in midfield, and we've not seen it work ever. He signed Nodi Madueke to play on the left. That didn't work. The way that the Eze that he had, the Eze that we saw and raved about at Crystal Palace, we have not seen that Eze at Arsenal. So it comes down to how the team is being coached and how they're being managed. And at the moment,
I think you did see him with Eze. I think you did see glimpses of that with Eze when Eze had a run of games. But as soon as Odegaard got fit and he dropped him, I feel like that kind of knocked the stuffing out of him a little bit, in my opinion, just looking on. So, but I get what you're saying, though. But I think that I think Arteta made a little bit of a faux pas there. I think he made a mistake on that one.
I think he's. Go on.
Go answer and I'll ask you a question after.
No, you can know.
Okay. So his treatment of Lewis Skelly, how do you see it? Because there was a point where obviously Lewis Skelly was up for Young Player of the Year last season, playing for England, playing really well. Then obviously you did buy 2 left backs one last season, one this season, and the whole thing was okay. Lewis Skelly is now a midfielder. I don't see him as a left back. He played left back last year just to get used to the football, and now he's actually using him as left back, and he looks like he's lost confidence. And it seems like it's just down to Arteta.
But it does, because again, if you have a team and you're saying to players, you've got this big squad, and you're saying to players that we don't trust you because you're going to play the same guys every week. Like, if you compare that to Man City, when was the last time that Randers started games at the beginning of the season? When's the last time he started a game for City? It's not really. They're playing Rodri and they're playing Bernardo Silva. When was the last time that Cherki wasn't starting games at the beginning of the season? Now in the second half of the season, he's coming in and he's playing games. I know he got injured a couple of times, but the whole point is, if you're going to have this big squad, is to use the squad. If you don't trust those players in the squad that you do have, these are the problems that you're going to create. Because what we suffered from last season and the season before is that key players got injured at key times. And every time this season we talk about Arsenal squad and players coming off the bench and making impacts and making changes, great. But then the players that we lost are the players that had creativity. We lost Odegaard. He doesn't seem like he can't play 2 games in a row, or he seems to be. It's always a niggle. Something's always wrong. And yeah, Eze had the injury as well. But before then, he wasn't. Like I said, he dropped Eze after he was playing well. He dropped him. He wasn't using the squad well enough. The same thing that when Saka got injured, it's just not utilising the players that we got, and those are players that he wanted. And
so you think he should have started? So in your opinion, he should have started that game?
Who? What, Eze? What,
Eze.
The game on the weekend?
Yeah.
I don't know if he could have, because of his injury. Because of his injury. Okay. I don't know if he could have, because then we'd be right back to where we started.
Yeah. Okay.
So like in terms of that game, I just watched one team just bop my team off the park. I watched I watched Bournemouth actually go and play football and look threatening in attack. They got the ball and knocked it around and played football. Their second goal, I'm vexed, because I'm saying that's a goal that we could score, but we can't score that goal. But we conceded that goal twice, once against Southampton and now against Bournemouth. It's like they know how to play, and it's too easy. And obviously, like players are going to get in. They're going to get tired because of when they're playing in the season. But at the same time, man, they got to want it. They got to show heart. He can't be asking for players for the fans to come and bring their shin pads and all that kind of stuff. And then you're gonna play football like that. Like you can't be. Football's played on the fine margins. I get it, but you can't be trying to play football on the fine margins all of the time. Like,
do you know the funniest comment from me? Yeah, next to that one you just said was when Gokeres tried to say that the ground was a bit dry. I was like, brother, have you not learned that media will eat that up?
Bro,
he missed 2 chances for me. At the end of the game, you want the chances that he got to fall to him as a number 9. And I feel like he did panic on both of those chances. The last one was probably worse than the one before that, but still, you get what I'm saying? In the middle of the goal, he's got the ball at his feet. Put it on target, my guy. You lean back and it goes up in the air and you're blaming the ground for being dry. Give it a rest, mate. You need to stop.
Bro, but Havertz missed a header in the first half that come off his shoulder. Like they've been missing chances, but even before those chances, there was nothing in. You watched that first half, and we were lucky to go in 1-0 at half time.
Bro, your XG is the worst you've ever had, I believe. Open play XG was 0.19 for a home team.
Garbage. And then you come out in the second half. You come at 1-0, and in the second half, you still don't. Where's the energy? Like, where is the fight? Where is it that you are saying that I actually want this? Fans can't want it more than you. You're supposed to want it. Cool. The fans shouldn't be booing. That's not good enough. You can't be booing. And
you can't.
You can't be booing.
You won your last what? You think you won your last 4 Premier League games?
Yeah.
So you've lost this one, and they boo. I know because you've lost 2 cup games beforehand, but come on.
But it's the manner. It's the manner in the football, innit? It's the manner of the way that we're playing football, and it's the manner in which that we're not showing we actually want this. Every week, it's like we know we had a meeting, we know what we did wrong, and then coming out and doing nothing.
Okay. All right. So last point on it: penalty or no penalty? Could he have done anything with where his arm was in that situation?
I don't think so. It's a bit harsh for a penalty, to be honest with you.
That ain't no penalty, bro. They tried to give it to Arsenal, bruv. And even that didn't work.
I don't know, bruv. That's Michael Oliver, bruv. Yeah, you'd be hard pressed.
Okay, no. You know what? Of all the things I've said, that one thing I've just said, I take it back. I just realised who the ref was. Yeah. To be fair, you're wrong. You're right on that. Yeah, he ain't giving Arsenal.
I didn't think it was a penalty. I think that's too harsh.
It's a bit harsh.
Yeah. Credit Alex Scott, had a really good game. Got himself into the England squads this season. I doubt he'll go to the World Cup, but he's shown the promise that he had when they signed him. He's just been rid of injuries since they signed him. But a really good player. Really good player. Okay. So we move on to the game. I shouldn't be cheering, but the game I was cheering for a little bit, you know. You do that sometimes.
I know, should I?
I was cheering because Chelsea lost, obviously. Not because Man City beat them. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. And they're closing the gap. It's got nothing to do with them closing the gap. Nothing.
No. Come on. Right. We're out of that race, but Chelsea are our direct rivals. So them losing 3-0, goal difference, all that business. First half, I was shocked, to be honest. The way Chelsea started, they've held a lot of criticism after the game. But with young players, this is what you get. And Bevan has said this from the very beginning. But Chelsea started really well. The pressure was good. They were on the front foot. They probably should have bagged a goal or two by half-time. They should have been up by half-time. But if you don't take your chances against this Man City team, because Liverpool did it, we had a good half an hour against them in the Cup, and then we lost 4-0. Chelsea had a good 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and then they lost 3-0. So my question is it more City's brilliance or experience, or was it just Chelsea just not knowing how to get the job done?
I feel like it was more City's experience. And I don't mean experience from obviously they've got a fairly young transitional team themselves, but they have experience within the team despite the age that they have. I didn't really I feel like Chelsea did okay for the first 20 minutes, but I don't really think it was because Chelsea were great. I just don't think City turned up the heat until the second half. I feel like they were feeling it out, and they've been in terms of game management, this latter part of the season is when City come into their own, and I feel that's exactly what they did here. Like everyone knows Chelsea have a young team, and they're obviously missing Enzo as well, which is one of their key players. They haven't really been firing on all cylinders going forward, and since they lost Maresca, I don't really feel like they've had as much cohesion. And although Rosenior got a good Rosenior had a good start to his Chelsea career, I feel like they've gone back to the same inconsistent Chelsea. We don't know what version is going to turn up, and you never really felt like City were going to really going to lose this game once you got past half time. It always looked like it was going to be City that were going to dominate, and that's how it ended up being in the second half.
I do feel like obviously Pep showed his experience though, because obviously at half time, like you said, it did all change. He obviously had to make some tweaks to just really kind of make sure Chelsea couldn't get at them like how they were in the first 45. But in saying that, I do feel like when you look at the Chelsea side, they look like a side that's almost there. They just, on one day you'll get them and they look like world beaters, and then another week they look like they're fighting relegation in terms of just the quality on the pitch. It doesn't look like it's come together. They look a little bit disjointed, and that's what I felt like I saw, like two different teams. But in the same breath, I say that Pep's a genius, bruv. He's a genius. He kind of just flipped on the light switch at halftime and said, guys, like, we're going to lose this if we continue doing what we were doing in the first 45. So, he rings in some tactical changes to kind of provide that kind of extra support to the guys on the pitch. And then they go out there and do the business within 6 minutes of the break.
So Cherky turned up second half. Like, as long as the tactical tweaks with them stopping them getting in behind the wingers, Cherky was like, okay, cool. It's time to have fun. And he literally was having fun. There's videos of him doing bottle flip challenges on the side of the pitch while everyone else is getting tactical information. There's videos of him flicking the ball up and chipping over defenders' heads for through balls. Listen, he's a maverick.
Breath of fresh air.
And yeah, listen, he has been in some games, because it hasn't been consistent. So, but in some games, he's shown his class. He's shown that he can take a game by the scruff of the neck and do a couple things to take the game away from the team. And the cross for the first goal, O'Reilly, he's having, for me, I think, young player of the year is sewn up. Yeah. There's no one else. There's no one else. He's one that hangs down.
Victory.
Yeah.
If Dogu didn't get injured, he'd probably be in there as well, but never mind.
If Dogu didn't...
Dogu might be too old now for that, mate.
Did you say...
Is he?
He said Doku. He said Doku.
Did you say Dogu?
No, he said Doku. He said Doku.
No, Dogu. No?
You don't talk him Patrick Dogu now?
Yeah. My guy, innit? If he didn't get injured. After that Puskas goal that he scored. But anyway, we're talking about O'Reilly for now.
One goal doesn't make you player of the year, bruv.
Jeez. One game.
Man said Dogu with a big face as well.
Trust me. No,
Anyway.
and the pass for the second goal.
Gay's
Okay,
goal.
he's finished, bruv. Oh my days. Bro,
there was two things you got to take out of that.
You got
100%. There's two things you got to take from that. Where Cherky picked the ball up from, he bounced, I don't know, one or two defenders to create the space for himself, and then the control on the back foot from Mark Gahey and just to slap it bottom corner opposite side.
You got to think, right? Is that when you're talking about Pep and Cherky, like Cherky did the Rabona, Pep got mad about the Rabona, and then Cherky started doing kick-ups. Pep got mad about the kick-ups, and it's almost like Cherky saying to Pep, like, cool, like, I get you don't like it, but I need to be me. You want the best out of me? Let me be me, and I'll get you I'll win you games. I'll get you goals. I'll get you assists. I'll change things for you, and that's what it is, isn't it? You can't. Not every player is gonna be like KDB or Silva. They're not always gonna be just like neat and tidy and stuff like that. Some players need to show out. They need to ball out, innit? And that's what we like to. That's what we enjoy. That's what made football so good for us to watch. Not just like robots. Do you know what I mean?
Someone said this to me. They said that, they said that what it is now. It's a weird analogy, but for those of you our age, probably remember it. What he wants is a ballpoint pen, and what Cherky is a fountain pen.
But, yeah.
That's what he is. He's a fountain pen, and every kid in school wanted that fountain pen.
Yeah, bro.
He wanted it.
The Parker.
And it wasn't easy to write with. It weren't easy to write with. Let me tell
bro,
you.
we didn't care.
No, bro.
You still wanted one.
You get me? Cherky's out there doing calligraphy and Pep wants him to write in like block capitals. You get me? Now let me do calligraphy, bruvs.
There you go, bro.
But he does, and that's what he does, man. And you're right, it is a breath of fresh air, and it's something that Pep's not used to having. Let's be honest, he's not used to having a maverick, and most of the time when he's encountered a maverick, he's got rid of them. Like, he's walked into a club and they've had mavericks and they've been ousted. So it's different to see him bring one in. And although you would say, yeah, he has been inconsistent this season, he's shown up in big moments for them. And you know, Sunday was a massive moment in the title race for them to have closed the gap in such emphatic fashion against Chelsea away from home. So gonna be interesting obviously the next fixture, the big one, is coming up. So we'll see what happens on the weekend.
We will see what happens.
One more thing out there. Let me just put one thing out there. You see how Haaland hasn't scored like consecutively, for a while, and you got Thiago just breathing down his neck. I've just got this funny feeling that the next couple of games here, he's going to rack. Because he's got a purpose now. Because before, I feel like, because the first season he came in, he just absolutely dominated and no one got near him. And this second time he was doing it again, and then he just got a little bit complacent. And then he was like 4 or 5 games, he had a barren run. I just feel like now he's looking at the Emirates next week and thinking, brace.
Etihad.
Oh, was it Etihad? I was looking at facing Arsenal anyway, and getting a brace at the very least.
I got to be in Manchester for this game, man. That's it's either going to be supreme joy or supreme pain, innit? For me.
I can't see a draw. That's not a draw. That doesn't say a draw on that.
Hopefully the joy will be you doing well in the race, and the pain will be, was it a race or something? Anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks, James. Yeah, thanks. I still think Igor Thiago is going to be the one to win the Golden Boot anyway.
You reckon?
I said it. We've got it. I said it in the last pod.
Okay, so last question to everyone: does this shift the pressure onto Arsenal for next Sunday, or does it just make City seem like they might get overconfident? Because don't forget, Arsenal don't need to win. A draw is still enough. Obviously, optics, it's not great. It's another game without a win. But with it, if Arsenal lose, then Man City have Burnley midweek. Man City could be top of the table if they get the right score. They score enough goals in both games. So is it a case where Arsenal go in thinking, you know what, we can't lose this game? Or do they have to go in, we have to win this game?
They have to go in and ignore the last game that they played. And
they got to go in and ignore the last 3 games that they've played. I know we won against Sporting, but you got to ignore that too. They got to go. I'm sorry. They've got to go and have a performance in that game. They've got to do something by hook or by crook. Can't be out there playing sorry football and feeling sorry for themselves and playing all nervous and gun shy. Do they want it or not, man? You got to go take it. You can't. It's not going to be given to you.
I actually don't think. I think the pressure is equal. Neither team can afford to lose this game. Let's be honest. Both teams need to win. So I don't think there's any balance. I think who will be feeling the pressure more is definitely Arsenal, because they haven't been in this position where they're actually in control of being able to win a title at this later stage and with this lead. So obviously the lead's been cut down now, but both teams have to win realistically. Arsenal can obviously draw and that's okay for them, but with the games in hand, I'm sure they don't really want to be able to get a win and make sure the title's theirs rather than end up with squeaky one time because Man City have games in hand to play.
Okay. All right, then. Cool. We'll move on. Move on to the game we've watched this evening. Wonderful game it was. Cool. Wonderful game.
I don't even know. I don't even want to say what I said to Lamont before the game as well, you know.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll read it out.
Say it.
So Leeds beat Man United 2. Are you getting it? So I do my bit? And then Leeds beat Man United 2-1. Noah Okafor scoring twice. Second one with a deflection. But it was still a decent goal. Casemiro gave you a bit of hope. It's probably the worst thing, isn't it? If you lost 2-0, it would probably been better than having that hope. You know what, we might get a draw.
2-0 at home to Leeds was never an option.
Bro, Bruno got another assist, bruv. He's going to break Henry's records this season, bro. And then
he did, didn't he?
He's going to be the best midfielder ever to grace the Premier League.
I mean, that's what the numbers say, and that is what the eye test says also. To be honest, the guys are.
Is that a Stevie Wonder eye test?
The real eye test.
Oh, mate. Honestly, I don't even know where to begin with that game, bruv. I'll tell you what, we didn't start great. We ended the game great. We played better with 10 men than we did with 11. It's weird. So many things to pick apart in that game. Was I happy with the starting lineup? No, I don't think. With what he had on the bench, he should have started with what he started with. I feel like we should have started with 2 8s instead of having Ugarte and Casemiro. Ugarte was horrible today, bruv. Maserati, he looked like a Mondeo. The guy was slow. He was laboured. He weren't getting out to his winger. He was.
Sorry, I just want to ask a question. When does he ever look like a supercar?
When he has, bruv, in the past.
When is it Ajax?
Thanks, Tim. And then we had Euro against Calvert-Lewin. I mean, I just say them two names, and even if Calvert-Lewin is not having a great, he's not in great form, you already know that's going to be a problem because a new centre-back or a younger centre-back that isn't like Maguire-esque or even of that kind of, stature, he's going to have a problem if the ball's in the air with that guy because he's a monster in the air, bro. Yeah, man, I don't think Šeško should have started neither. I feel like for me, he's still my super Slovenian sub. I feel like he's still the guy that needs to come off the bench. He's a different dynamic. And yeah, we just didn't have the answers. We looked very disjointed. Defensive frailties were there to see. And in the attacking third, we lacked ideas. The only person that had all the ideas was Bruno. But even saying that, there was a couple of passes that he was doing. The 1-2s weren't coming off. The balls in behind the defensive line were a little bit too long. When we're playing down the wings, you expected Ahmad to really light things up. And in fairness, in the first 45, he was probably our brightest spark, coming in off the right as he does on the left and taking shots from range. And they cleared the ball off the line 3 or 4 times, like off the line.
Calvert-Lewin did a double in the last minute.
And I'm thinking to myself, that's a draw. Like at 2-0 at half time, I'm saying to myself, we're getting a draw out of this. But we do not deserve not one more thing because at 2-0 at half time was a gift. It should have been 3 or 4 to Leeds, to be honest.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. We were horrible. Yes, the deflection, like you said earlier on, James, in your intro, that was horrible. It was a horrible deflection, but at that point, if you have a corner that you've conceded and you can't clear your lines after 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but about 5 opportunities to just boot the ball out because you can see that it's a little bit like hot potato, you deserve to concede a goal from a deflection at that point. And that's, how I felt about that scenario. I think I was on a call with you guys and you saw when that second goal went in, I was like, what are you doing? This is like watching kids football. Just get the ball out. And I went into this game, from a message from, a lovely young Spurs fan friend that I know saying, it's not in our hands. We need help from everyone. The other teams have to play. So it's like, I look at that and I said, boys, you got to do it for him. He's a yid. You got to do it for him. I'm not going to mention his name, Leon. But, the guys, he tried to reach out to someone he knows that breathes United. And I tried to breathe the breath of life into these guys and they came out. We were trench brothers last season. So I thought the least we could do is get like a young 3 points to say, listen, we'll do what we can for you this season. But yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
Wait.
So you reckon you're still going to you're going to finish second? Or third? No, you ain't getting second.
He said second.
No. I thought second, bruv. After today's performance, I don't even want it, to be fair. I thought, do you know what? Man City are going to win it. We're going to get second and Arsenal are going to drop to third. Now that would make a season, wouldn't it, eh? But I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I honestly do believe that we're probably where we deserve to be, which is third. We might even drop down to fourth. I need to see, after 24 days off, Bev, my expectation is not to see that level of football, and especially with the selection that we had.
What's happened to Brian and Bruno? Because, this looks like Space Jam. Like, he touched the basketball and someone else has got his powers. Did Igor Thiago take his ability to score goals?
I don't know, dog. I don't know. To be fair, he has looked a little
It's been alright.
Yeah, he's not looked quite Brentford-esque. I agree with you there. He's lacking the punch that he had, but I still feel like he's still kind of finding his feet. He's not horrible because what he brings to the front line is a bit of calm and composure. Šeško doesn't really have that composure. He wants to run in behind all the time. And, Mbomo can play off the wings and he can alternate with the likes of Cunha and Ahmad and Bruno with like a false 9 scenario. But outside of that, Bev, to answer your question, he does look like he's lacking his powers, but he doesn't look horrible. It's just that he's had a few games where you think to yourself,
it's 12 goals and assists this season, isn't it? I guess that's not enough for how much you wanted him for, how long you wanted him for, and the impact he was supposed to have. Because again, after being off for that long, I'm surprised that Ahmad started ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean, Ahmad shouldn't have come off today, James. In truth, my opinion,
Okay.
he shouldn't have come off. I think Sesko should have came off. He missed 2 good chances. One was a header,
Yeah,
and the other one was 1-on-1 with the keeper. I should have put that in the roof of the net. I personally feel like if that's in Bumo, that's in. Not the header, but the 1-on-1 with the keeper. He's putting that in the back of the net. I don't think he's going to ramp with that. But I think the game, we had 3 opportunities, three things in this game. Well, no, 2 things in this game. We had the ball saved off the line about 3 or 4 times, but it's our start again. I think I touched on it earlier on in the season, just saying that we weren't starting great under Amarin, and we're going back into that fold with Carrick just on this game. We're looking like we don't have any ideas in the first half an hour, and if the other team are good enough, we'll concede, which they were today. So that's unfortunate.
I thought Tanaka was excellent in the game today.
What, the centre mid?
He stepped up. Yeah.
Oh mate, he could have had a great goal as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Went round the keeper, rounded the keeper nicely.
Yeah. It should have scored, really. It should have. But it ran out of space. Okay, cool. So
Before you move on though,
big game for you guys in weekend. Chelsea versus.
Before you move on, you need to mention the reason why Martinez got sent off, bro.
Oh, of course.
Because
he's
I need to get your guys'
nasty, bro.
opinion. I'm biased, yeah?
Bro, why is he putting people's hair for? Nasty behaviour. Absolutely nasty behaviour. You can't
That's
do
a
that,
natural position, bro.
Seriously.
He grabbed his shirt first.
Pause now.
James, he's gone for the ball, yeah? He has had no eye contact. His intent was always to win the ball. He had his hand full of shirt. Calvin Lewis managed to kind of squirm away. And when he's gone to grab back, he's grabbed a bit of hair. The thing that I saw is when the VAR guy, when the ref has gone over to see the VAR, the first still shot he's seen is Martinez with a hand full of hair. And that was the still shot. Then they rewound it back. Mate, I don't know
Truthful picture, though.
Bevan, do you want to do this or do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
I was going to say, because a couple of weeks ago, wasn't you asking for someone else to get sent off for exactly the same thing?
Katie McCabe, bro. He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
We've lost transmission.
He's lost.
We've lost
He's
transmission.
lost transmission, yeah.
Katie McCabe, the same thing. She was trying to grab the shirt. She grabbed her hair. They said it doesn't matter. She should have got sent off. The referee didn't give it. Should have been given really a red card. It wasn't given.
To be honest with you, when I saw the actual,
you shouldn't be grabbing the shirt in the first place. If you don't grab the shirt, you don't grab the hair.
You know what it
I
is?
saw the grimace as well.
Do you know what it is?
Go on.
Look, when I looked at it back, and I think they said about what the rule is. I think you have to pull the hair in a certain type of way. It was a bit soft, didn't it? Which is mad.
It's aggressive, bro. Bro, he had the grimace in his face.
I don't know why we're talking about pulling the man's hair. I don't know why we're talking about pulling the man's hair.
This is a family show, yeah? Come on.
I really don't. Listen, I didn't do it. Listen, I didn't do it. This is between Martinez and the Butcher and Calvert Lewin. You get me? But when you look at it, it does look kind of soft, doesn't it? Like, and I get it. Can't be
Hair
grabbing.
pulling it's not violent conduct, but it's disrespect, isn't it? Why are you pulling man's hair?
No, but if you know what it is. If he had done it like how when
How McCabe did it. How McCabe did it.
No,
yes,
because
McCabe was intentional.
Cucurella. He's about Cucurella.
I'm talking about Cucurella, or even years ago when Peter Crouch did it against Trinidad and Tobago when he pulled my man's hair, and and he scored the goal, or whatever. Those kind of situations, yeah. In this instance, I think that he's not actually. If he'd actually gone to do it and yank him back, kind of thing like what happened to Cucurella or something like that. Because if he does grab the top of his shirt, he doesn't get sent off, does he? He gets a yellow card.
No. I don't even think he gets that in that situation because the VAR don't pull it back. Do you get what I'm saying, Bev? VAR don't pull it back.
Me and you are not in any kind of faction here. You know, we're not in any kind of collusion. There's no. You don't look over here for any agreement from me. Because no.
I just want to support the facts.
The reason why they've done that is because if it then becomes it's the same problem they're having with certain challenges and certain decisions and handballs. When you start adding grey areas, it makes it. This is where the inconsistency comes in, right? You had a rule where you're now saying if you pull the hair, it's a red card. We're now saying it's soft, but then where do you toe the line on? Is it a red Or are you just going to say it's accidental and not give it? And then you're going to be up in arms because someone's actually going to pull someone's hair and they're not going to give it because it's going to be like, well, you couldn't really tell if he done it on purpose or not.
Yeah, you're right. So as far as I'm concerned, you deserve everything you got. So long may it continue.
Is that because it's
So-
a new player?
Oh, is he Man United player? I thought we were in the Tottenham segment. Still. Cool.
We ain't even got there yet, mate. Ain't you first?
Don't worry.
You know what? If they made the what's it called? Like a horse collar, because he was gonna horse collar him. If they made the horse collar a red card, then then I'll be saying send him off, because that would be like a horse collar. Then
I saw the eyes. I saw the grimace. That's enough for me. Red card. So we were going to move on to Tottenham, but I'll give Leon a bit of time because obviously there's a bit of annoyance in there. So we'll briefly go the build-up, because obviously what was needed was West Ham to continue doing what West Ham were doing. And for some reason, they decided to destroy Wolves 4-0 at home. And I don't think anyone saw that coming. 4 goals, 1 statement, and it just made things a lot harder for Spurs. I didn't think, I'll be honest, I know a lot of people saying, let's get Spurs will get relegated. I didn't think they would go into the relegation zone. I thought this game would be a draw. Or Wolves might nick it, but I don't know, West Ham have just found some form somewhere. Maybe his manager, Nuno, is like, cool, I got messed over by Wolves. I got messed over by Tottenham. I got messed over by Forest. So I'm going to do everything I can to get ahead of these teams. Listen, performance.
Imagine all 4 of them in a relegation with dog fat. Sorry,
That's mad, did it?
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry, mate.
So, go ahead. So briefly, that game was good.
Yeah.
That game was good. Some of the goals were good, and it should have been more, because Tati was doing some madness with his offside. I don't know if he forgot how to play offside or what. It should have been 6.
I think Wolves just gave up though.
I think so as well.
Yeah, they just gave up, bro.
Watch them have the best game of their season against us, man.
I don't know. All I'm going to say
on
is,
that note,
I'm going to start predicting
we'll
football, because I thought that Leeds were going to be the ones to go into to be in trouble, and really they're 1 win away from securing Premier League football.
Leeds
I
are
believe.
1 win away now. I was thinking that they might have slipped in because they were just getting draws, but Man United just basically said, "Nah, we want Spurs to go down as well." So they said, "No, have this."
We can't help you. We can't help. There's no help over here.
Yeah.
Nah, mate.
Okay, so we'll move on to Sunderland and Tottenham. I don't know. I don't think
You don't know.
You know what it is, yeah? I think a lot of the talk from the media has been over the top over the weekend. A lot of them have been talking like it was the same performances that you saw with the previous manager. For me, it wasn't. Were they unlucky? Yes, in terms of the goal they conceded was extremely unfortunate. Apart from the fact that obviously you shouldn't let him run that far. There's that part. You shouldn't let him run that far. But the deflection is peak. Sometimes that's what you get when you're in relegation zones. Those deflected shots. Yeah, they go in the back of the net. But I saw people saying I didn't see much from Tottenham. I didn't see any football. I saw a difference in identity. I saw Tottenham trying to play a different style of football. But I also saw a team that hasn't won a game since December the 6th or 16th. So I don't know what people are expecting him to be able to do it that quick against a Sunderland team that, let's be honest, at one point had the best home record in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So they were green shoots. For me, they were green shoots.
I know we're going to Leon next, but I think that like when you've had 2 managers in the last couple of months and you haven't seen a new manager bounce, you kind of scary hours, isn't it?
You're over it. You're almost over it, kind of thing. I mean, they had chances, bro. That's not kind of. They had chances, more chances than I've seen them have under their predecessors, to be honest with you. So, Richarlison had a couple of chances. Solanke had a chance. Mwani was taken down. I think they tried to claim a penalty. It wasn't. But again, they were causing like more concern going forward than they have done. But for me, the main thing that is missing from them is two big things: quality in attack
Creativity.
and quality in attack as in a striker, like a decent guy, someone that could just put the ball in the back of the net when they get an opportunity. Yeah, not Richarlison taking 3 or 4 flipping extra seconds to size himself up to put the ball, in the back of the net. You get a chance, just shoot, put it on goal. And the second thing is what you just said, James, creativity. A number 10, a maverick, someone that can change the game of the game. Like when you're looking on the bench and you can see Xavi, Simmons, you think to yourself, raw, is that my number 10? Is that who I've got to go to now to bring on to change the game? The kid's got a lot of heart, but he needs coaching to get to this level, in my opinion. So the level of quality at Spurs is a big worry, and you guys are lacking confidence, man. You can just see it. Like the guys are just, the one goal that went in, everyone just looked deflated. Everybody.
You would though.
Kitski had a good game up until then.
Yeah.
For me, he never put a foot wrong, I don't believe. But Romero going out now, injured, he could have easily got himself sent off in that game if he stayed on, to be fair, because he was moving like they're not in a relegation zone. It's like he hasn't realised that you got constraints. And I feel for the Spurs fans, man. I can't lie. But you guys are going down.
You was so nice, Leon, right until the very end. You thought, don't trust him, bruv. Don't trust him.
Hey, listen.
Wait, you're not going to get away with saying nothing.
He's not. Listen, 7 shots on target over the whole game to Sunderland's 2. It tells us it's just like, come on, how did we outshoot this team? Obviously, they weren't like real super chances because XG wasn't that high. But listen, we'll see what happens next game, and we'll listen to what Leon has to say now.
Look, one thing I will say is I was a little bit disappointed with the selection. I didn't think necessarily that the midfield was wrong, but considering the 3 players that we had, we actually did manage to create chances in the first half. But my disappointment in the team is that the front 3 are primarily all strikers. Solanke, out of the 3 in that game, did the least, and he ended up staying on the pitch. To me, Richarlison, who has basically been one of our top scorers this season, I think he is our top scorer this season, got brought off after he dived in, which led to Mukiele scoring that goal because he was playing out on the left. Richarlison can't play out on the left. He needs to play in the centre. That is where he's the most dangerous. He needs to be playing there. So I was disappointed that he was out on the left, and Tell was obviously brought on. The Romero injury messed up Xavi Simons' chances of coming on earlier. And as bad as I feel for Romero, this has summed up his whole season. And in this instance, I actually feel like it could be a blessing in disguise that Danso is now going to have to play. Now, provided that him and Van der Ven can stay injury-free, because I don't really trust Jaggerson playing in the Premier League for these last 6 games just because of his lack of mobility. I think we can live without having Romero. In previous seasons, I would have never said that because the guy has quality, but the problem with him is his decision making, and he is rash, and he has this level of aggression that he's unable to control. And in this type of game, his style of play is for the 90s and 2000s. It's not for the 2020s because the football's changed, and he plays on the front foot. He commits. He puts people in trouble because of it. And, he's let us down too many times as a captain this season. So for me, there's a slight blessing there. But in terms of the game, second half especially, and it's been a problem with Tottenham all season, we might have one good half and the other half is terrible. And second half, Sunderland dominated. They were all over us. Their midfield was a problem. They had Xhaka in there. I think it's Diarra, and I can't remember who the third guy was. But that midfield 3 absolutely dominated. And when we made subs, who is it?
Siddiqui.
That's it. And when we made subs, they literally got overrun by the same 3 guys. They didn't even take them off. That's how good they were. I just felt like the referee. I'm not gonna go and say, it's sour grapes. referees ruined the game. Some of the decisions were marginal, but I just feel like it seems like all of the decisions are not going our way this season, and that is one of the reasons why we are in this position. Like, some of those marginal calls, we're just not getting them, and sometimes it does feel like, to get the violins out, feeling sorry for yourself. But when you're in trouble, you've got injuries, the managers haven't been great, the players have been awful, everything's going against you. It just feels like it's another thing. And when you concede a goal from a deflection like that, where Kingsley, as Lamont said, Kingsley's come in, he's had a good game, and that's the goal that he's conceded. It's unfortunate. It's not his fault, but it happened. But it's just the way that the players' heads drop whenever anything goes wrong. Like, there's just no fight. There's no resilience. And it's the same thing that Conte said. These guys don't know how to play under pressure. They don't know how to fight. They don't know how to play when things are the chips are down or things are going against them. They don't know how to fight. And that is what they're showing right now. And it's just, it doesn't look good. I honestly can't see where our next win's coming from. I keep looking at the fixture list and I say to myself, we're capable of beating pretty much any one of these teams apart from maybe Chelsea and Villa, because we never beat Chelsea. No matter how good we are, we always struggle against Chelsea, and Villa away is always a problem. But the other teams, on another day, we will be winning those games. But this version of Tottenham, I can't guarantee anything because I just don't know. De Zerbi's come in and said he needs to give these guys confidence. It's not something that he can do in such a quick time. Nuno came in West Ham and he struggled at the beginning. All the managers that are coming in, they're not having that instant manager bounce like they used to. Carrick did it, but they weren't struggling like the way we're struggling. Rosenior did it with Chelsea, but again, they weren't struggling. They were like, oh, we're underperforming. This is a struggle. We're in dire straits right now. And yeah, I don't know what kind of confidence is going to help. We need to get a win. And I said this before, by any means necessary. And if that means we have to score one goal and literally defend for our lives, that's what we have to do. It doesn't matter. The style of play doesn't matter. It just matters about getting wins. And we need at least 3 wins now because of that Leeds victory today. So I don't know, man. I'm not. My hopes are not high. I'm not expecting us to get out of it. If we do, I'll be ecstatic. But I honestly am thinking now that Championship football beckons because I just don't see a turnaround happening.
Okay, that's enough, Tottenham. We'll move on. I knew you were about to say something, but it's late. It's late, guys. So we'll cut it there. And we'll move on to Liverpool. Not much to say. If you haven't watched my podcast, watch my post-match review show and you can get most of it from there. But long and short of it, Liverpool finally won. I wasn't confident. I said it previously. I wasn't sure if we would win another game this season. I thought we might draw some, but we won. It was a deserved win. 2-0. Rio is a star. Scores a goal as a 16-year-old against Newcastle. Rightly or wrongly, he's been rested. Not even rested. He hasn't played a lot of games. But Slot said it himself. End of the day, at his age, he didn't feel he was strong enough to be playing and starting games like some of the fans wanted. But now he sees him doesn't see him as a youngster anymore. He sees him as a first-team starter, a first-team player. Whether he's ready to start against PSG tomorrow, I don't know.
Do you think he should?
Everton, yes, because I don't think we're going through. So for me, because I don't think we're going through, what is the harm in it?
Nothing to lose.
We're at home. He brings a spark. He brings something fresh. So if it's not working, then you bring on Gakpo. It's not like you're bringing on someone who doesn't have to play football. You bring on Gakpo, and even as a sub, Gakpo could actually have an impact. So yes, should he start against Everton? No, that's a bit different because that's a more physical kind of game. It's a derby. Whether we want to expose him to that at this stage, I'm not 100% sure. Should he get minutes? Probably. But to start, I'm not 100% sure. But he's definitely good enough. Salah, listen, I'm happy he got his goal. I'm happy it's not going to be a case where he's going to go the last 5 games, 6 games where he was and he's not getting goals. Hopefully he gets a few more before he ends up. And what be a great legacy for him is for him to seal Champions League spot for us. That's what I want. I want Salah to be the one to seal Champions League for us, and then he leaves and goes where he needs to go. And I've said it on my post-match as well. I've got a sneaky feeling. At one point, I thought he was gone, but the more and more I hear Slot talk, the more and more it makes you think he's actually staying, and that they've decided that this year is the transition year, not last year. So he's playing with house money, and he will be given an opportunity to fix it next season. It doesn't mean he'll stay the whole next season, but I think he's probably going to stay. And it's a bit annoying because I'm not sure he's going to be able to get it back. I think some of the players have switched off.
You still Slot out?
And some of them are. I think we need a change, yes. I think we need a change.
You and Bevan
I would
need to stop reading the same books, mate.
No, I think we need a change, yeah. That answers the question.
James, don't buy it.
He's doing it.
He's doing it again.
Yeah.
Remember,
for me,
sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, I remember.
Just remember when we tried to ask him about Amorim and he never ever answered one question about Amorim ever. Anyway, sorry. For
real. So I think he's gonna stay. If he doesn't stay, then I'm cool with either Iraola or Alonso. Obviously Enrique would be the dream, but I don't see Enrique coming to Liverpool. I don't see him leaving. So those are the two. But listen, good 3 points. A really good weekend because Arsenal lost, Chelsea lost, Man United lost. So we've gained. We're now in our disgraceful season. We're only 3 points off. Hopefully finishing third.
Us losing has no bearing on your season.
Oh, no, it doesn't. But it keeps, it keeps the title race going.
Oh,
obviously, I'm used to being in title races, so I still want to see a good title race. So you losing makes it a good title race. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Cool.
No, it doesn't. But
I don't. It's not like I don't like Arsenal or anything, right? But, So yeah, Slot. Listen, you got work to do, bro. This system, give Rio minutes. Even if you only give him 60 minutes, give him minutes. Listen, the kid is special. So we'll move on. We'll speed through. This is the speed round. We're going to speed through the last few games that we had of the game week. Crystal Palace versus Newcastle. At one point, you thought Newcastle were going to win it, especially with Crystal Palace playing midweek, but no. They've lost that game, Newcastle, from 1-0 down to win 2-1. Then you've had Brighton, Burnley. Very easy for Brighton. They've won 2-0. Left it late, but Weaver scores 2 goals. Max Weaver scores 2 goals to seal it. You also had Brentford versus Everton, which was good for Liverpool because Everton and Brentford were breathing down our necks, to be honest with you. So those two drawing 2-2 in what was a really good game. And obviously it's not good because Everton playing well. We've got them next. But it keeps them behind us, behind Liverpool that is. And then last game, wasn't great, but Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa. I think it's a draw, actually. It was 1-1, so it was good. Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest. Forest draw, not good for Leon. Okay for Liverpool. That's a 1-1. And unfortunate Marino own goal. So that is the speed round. Hopefully it's speedy enough for you guys. We move on to my favourite part of the show. And that is Player of the Moment. Player of the Weekend. So I believe it is me going first. So I'll keep it simple. I'm going to give it to Rio. Fantastic performance. Thought he played really well. He's the youngest ever Liverpool goal scorer at Anfield. And I think only Rooney, Milner, and maybe one other have scored 2 Premier League goals at a younger age than him. So hopefully we've got a star for many years to come. And hopefully he gets the Ballon d'Or that he wants in the next 10 years.
Me next?
Yes.
My player of the week is Rayan Cherki for his 2 assists to break open the game between Man City and Chelsea. 2 brilliant assists showing his maverick abilities on the football pitch. So, mine's Cherki.
Yeah, I've got to agree, man. Cherki as well. Yeah, bad boy in the dance. He's done the dance one time.
Pains me to say it, but I'm going Cherki as well.
Cool. So, for me, my moment of the week is monumentous moment of the week, and it is Leeds winning at Old Trafford for the first time in 45 years. What a moment. What a moment. So that is my moment of the week. It could have been Rio, but I've given Rio already for the player of the week. So Leeds.
Mine is going to be slightly different because it was bad news for my team. I think all the results were bad news for my team this week. But it started off with West Ham's blitzing of Wolves in a short, very, very short spell. Just absolutely blitzed Wolves. Wolves didn't really have a prayer after that, and they basically gave up. But that just set the weekend up for pretty much a dismal weekend for Spurs. So that's my moment of the week.
My moment of the week, I can't even bring myself to say it. It's when I saw the Arsenal defence just part and I saw Hall just running through on goal. I saw him just send Raya one way and he just put the ball the other side. That was it for me.
It's Scott, by the way.
Scott. All right, yeah. That goal there, it was too good, man. It was too good. But yeah, that was my moment of the week. When I saw that, overjoyed. Over to you, Bev.
My moment of the weekend was when that deflection that took Okafor's goal.
That's rubbish.
Rifled into the back of the net.
No, that's not me.
That was a close second for me. It was a close second.
Bro, for that to happen, for Leeds to win at Old Trafford, as James said, 45 years. What? To avoid relegation? Bruv, crazy.
We're the gift that keeps giving, isn't it?
Bro, you know what it is? It's shame on me because I had Leeds to go down and they told me, would you know? It's been like that all season. There you go. That's my moment of the week.
Cool. So, our player and our moments of the week are in. For those of you watching or listening, let us know who you have for both of those sections. And let us know if we've been outlandish. I think Lamont's one as well, personally, but we move on. So, predictions. Spurs versus Brighton is the early kickoff. And, man, I want to predict Spurs to win because I don't want them to get relegated, but I do feel like Spurs might lose this game 2-1 to Brighton. So I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton.
I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs because we can't lose anything else. It's not through, it's just pure heart. It's not logical, no logic here. Just know that.
2-2, Desmond.
Every time you say Desmond, it never happens. You know that, right?
I'm trying to put the juju on Spurs for them, man.
2-0 Brighton. What a hater.
You can't hate on us, bro. There's nothing to hate, bro. There's nothing to hate at.
He just wants to sleep well, so. So we move to the next game, and this is a late kickoff. So Man United fans won't be happy. It's 8 o'clock in London. So Chelsea versus Man United, and I am going to go with a 1-1 draw. It's more of a hope than anything else because obviously I'm trying to reel in Man United and keep Chelsea away. So I'll go for 1-1 draw.
1-1.
Cool. 1-1 just like me.
So my prediction for Chelsea versus Man United will be 3-2 United.
2-1 Man United.
Okay. So next game is the Merseyside derby. Everton versus Liverpool. Our first game there. I am going for a Liverpool win. 2-1 Liverpool.
I'm going for an Everton win. 2-1 Everton.
Jeez.
My prediction for Everton versus Liverpool will be 2-1 Everton.
I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool.
Then move on to the last game of the weekend, and that is the big one. Man City for the title against Arsenal. And I am going to go for Man City to win 2-1 against Arsenal. No, 3-1 against Arsenal. No, 2-1 against Arsenal.
Man. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
You got more faith than me, Leon. Do it, man. I can't do it. I can't.
My prediction for City versus Arsenal will be 2-1 to the Bottlers. Arsenal.
You don't believe that scoreline, but anyway. Cool. We'll move on.
Bro, you got nothing to play for in this league, bruv. Go with whatever you think is going to help Arsenal get the job.
Bro, listen, my head says 3-1 City, innit? Yeah.
To be honest, so do I, but I don't know why. My brain just saying, just stick to 2-1. But I thought 3-1 as well, bro. It's because of the final. The final was making me think that they're going to be comfortable.
Yeah. That's what.
Nah, I don't think they're going to be comfortable.
No, second half. I think second half they will be.
Yeah, 3-1 City. Sad.
He voted against his own team.
I'm not voting against my own team. They need to show me. They need to show me that I'm wrong. Then they've been right all season. If I'm right this week, I'll lose it.
So if you're right, we'll talk about it after. No, in fact, if you're right, do you think midweek you're going to be second? Because they got Burnley midweek. Do you think you'll be second? I think they're only 3 goals behind you, right? So they'll just need to win 1-0 or 2-0 against Burnley, and then
could be
second again.
Yeah, could be.
Okay. Well, thanks, guys. It has been a long one. It has been a late one, and we have had many a technical difficulty, as you can see. We are down to 3, but we'll get his scores in later on, as long as Daryl's. So, guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to hit that notification button. This has been the Armchair Pundits Weekend Review Show. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Yes.